So today we're here at the Omega booth. This is our first appointment of the first day officially of Baselworld. And we've just seen the new collection in the metal. There are 141 new SKUs, so an amazing new breadth of product range. 88 of them are Master Chronometer certified. So Omega's really going deep into this kind of high quality Master Chronometer. We've seen some amazing new products here, one of which I think Louis is the most impressed with, which is the Railmaster.
Yeah, definitely. So we're talking about Master Chronometer certification, and it is. It's also, as you would expect from a Railmaster, completely magnetic resistant, up to 15,000 Gauss. It's a very interesting price point as well. With Bracelet, it's 5,100, and on the strap, it's 4,900. Also, the diameter is only 40 millimeter, which we really like. And if you look at the dial, it's in steel and it's very nicely brushed.
So for your knowledge, most dials that we see on most watches are brass. This is steel and this is brushed steel. So you've got a kind of a vertical grain to the dial. You have a 369 crosshair kind of design to the dial. You have Super-Luminova on the dial that really, to my eye, looks like tritium. I know it's not, obviously. The Railmaster does not have a screw-down crown. This is true to form with the original Railmaster. And again, as Louis said, 5,100 on bracelet and 4,900 on strap is a pretty compelling case for a great Master Chronometer high-end watch. So this is definitely a surprise hit of Omega so far. And I will note that this is not part of the trilogy set. This is a standard production watch that will be in the collection for the foreseeable future.
So clearly the exciting, very exciting topic of the show, the trilogy. That's the exact re-edition of what had been released in 1957. And so you have one Railmaster, one Seamaster, one Speedmaster that look exactly the same as they were 60 years ago, basically.
Exactly. I mean, these are, if you see these watches, and we know the vintage pieces well, you see them and they are exactly, with the exception of maybe the clasp, because now you've got the ability to adjust the clasp, identical to the original pieces. So 1957 was the year that we saw the 2913, 2914, 2915, Railmaster, Seamaster, Speedmaster, and now we have them back again. And as I said, they used some pretty interesting imaging technology from using the pieces from the museum to recreate these pieces, and they are to a T, exactly what you would expect. So you have what looks to be a vintage watch on the wrist, but these are all completely brand new, and in some cases even Master Chronometer certified.
And so the dimensions are exactly the same. So you get like the Speedmaster, for instance, is 38 millimeter. You have the Diver, which is 39 millimeter. Again, like dimensions that you would not see today, or that you would be hard to find in modern watches. Yeah, a very consistent vintage feel, and even on the wrist, like they're slim. The bracelet is fairly slim as well. It looks like the original. So a very nice vintage feel all over.
So we have three watches, each sold separately. The Speedmaster will be $7,250, the Seamaster will be $7,000, and the Railmaster will be $6,800 US. The reason that the Railmaster is the least expensive is, even though it is a Master Chronometer certified watch as well as anti-magnetic, it was actually historically the least expensive watch when new in 1957, so they wanted to stay true to that. So these watches will be available later this year, all for around, in between $6,000 and $7,000. However, if you want all three of them, you can buy this. And what this is the trilogy set, which is true to form again, original packaging like you would see back in the 50s, and you have all three watches inside. And these watches do differ ever so slightly from the other production pieces, is that they actually are numbered and have the word trilogy right on the dial. So whichever set number you buy will be indicated on the dial as well, and the price of this is just over $21,000. So there will be 557 of this set.
3,557 individual pieces. And what's really exciting in both cases actually is that they come with two different straps. So they come on bracelet obviously, but they also come with a leather strap and a NATO strap. So in the case of the big box we've seen here, it's three watches, so it's three leather straps, three NATO. In the case of the individual pieces, it's one leather and one NATO. And in every case, you get the strap changing tool, which you would need in any case. So it's a very compelling set.
Yeah, no, I think the trilogy, whether as a set or individually, is just an amazing product, and it's amazing to see how true to form these have become. You know, there's been so many iterations of all these watches over the years, the 1957 Speedmaster, et cetera. This is completely true to form, and there's almost no variation from the original. However, you get up-to-date technology. Both these have sapphire crystal. The Speedmaster has Hesselite, as it should. So the trilogy is going to be a big one. And then I should also note this is just a small sampling of the 141 new SKUs from Omega this year, but these are some of our favorites. As we said, Railmaster is an amazing kind of entry-level Omega, however still Master Chronometer certified. The trilogy is kind of pulling on the heartstrings of the vintage guys, and then we've got some high-end pieces as well for the guys that really want to go deep into the high-end Omega world.